Hey guys, Billy Davidson here, Davidson Pressure Washing Painting, Hammond, Louisiana. I want to show y'all a little something about doing bank drive-ins, power washing those drive-ins, those ATMs. As y'all know, they got the big heavy grease spots, so we're going to talk about that. Also, I wanted to tell you real quick, we landed this job by cleaning their dumpsters. So we cleaned their dumpsters many years ago, and so that's how we got in with this company right here. So if you're interested in learning how to start your own dumpster cleaning route, the dumpster pads, the dumpster enclosures, go ahead and check out the link in the description. You're not going to get rich doing that, but it sure opens up a lot of other doors. So it's kind of like least common denominator stuff that I'm teaching here. Get your foot in the door, whether it's window cleaning, maybe cleaning a dumpster pad, maybe doing a front entrance. Go in, to give them a really good reasonable rate. Like I said, you're not going to get super rich off of it, but it starts to open up doors, other locations. You'll see what I'm talking about once you get in. And guys that's already doing it, leave a comment in the box below. That way the other guys will know how well it's working out for them too. So anyway, so what I want to do is tell you about doing these bank drive-ins here. A couple things you want to look out right here for. There's mechanical machinery under here that is probably water sensitive. So we want to make sure, you know, a lot of this can withstand blowing rain. Some of the equipment, you got the drop boxes here. You have a camera up there. That the cameras need to be covered for sure. Even with them covered, you don't want to just beat the heck out of them with 8 gallons a minute or 4,000 psi or whatever you got. So you want to cover them and then still be very careful. But getting back to some of these other pneumatic machines that you see at most banks and drive-thrus, ATMs, we do a lot of Walgreens as well from time to time. So Walgreens has the prescription pickup as well. So these are air operated. Obviously, this is the air tube that pushes the air down. It goes down in here and pushes the tube all the way up. So we don't want to fill this up with water, but it does need some cleaning around the top. So that's going to be done with brush and ladder in hand. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to use water on this. So now, like I said, this will withstand some blowing rain, a driving rain. It's not going to withstand 4,000 pounds of pressure on this bad boy. That's not even remotely a possibility. So these will be hand wiped. Once we finish, they're dusty. They have carbon buildup on them from all the exhaust in here as well. So we're going to clean these tubes. We're going to hand wipe this off after power washing. Just make everything look really nice. Now, let's talk about this bulletproof glass here for a second. This bulletproof glass is extremely hardy glass. I don't know if y'all have ever dealt with it. I mean, it's like knocking on a brick wall. I mean, it's almost the same as that. So it's hardly no different. So you're not going to really hurt just the PSI, but we do want to squeegee it or either Windex it off once we finish wetting it, because this glass does seem to spot up a little bit worse than your normal glass. I don't know if you're familiar with this glass. It's got a lot of iron in it, and it has a green tint to it. So I have noticed in years past, this glass that has this iron in it, which is ballistic glass, seems to have a little bit more visibility to water spots, and it may be the green tint that brings them out. So instead of just leaving this wet, we're going to either hand wipe this or squeegee it off. We're not all into the DI water systems and all that, but if you were, it probably would be a good idea to do it anyways. But we just hand wipe this down with some Windex. And any other stuff right here we have that may be water sensitive, we're not going to blast this out with 4,000 pounds of pressure or 8 gallons a minute or 4 gallons a minute or 3 gallons a minute, whatever you're working with. So just remember that. As it always, you want to make sure after you finish rinsing, you want to go by. These window seals are a little cruddy, so you may want to wipe these off too as well. But you got to realize these people inside of here are servicing customers that pull up. Even though this may not be visible to you from the customer standpoint sitting in your car, but the employees can, and of course the general manager or the CEO of the bank that you're working with. So we're going to just take this, clean all this off, and we're probably not going to be able to use water on it because we have some of the sensitive stuff here. But again, these are just some do's and don'ts when doing banks. Here's also another ATM area. Again, these will withstand driving rain or blowing rain, but again, it's not going to withstand your yellow tip direct that's not gonna work out for you too well. So anyway, another thing as far as night drops and that sort of thing, just want to be careful with the water. This is well, obviously a night drop. You wouldn't want to flood that out with water. So whenever you're doing these drive-ins, make sure all this is pushed up, buttoned up. You know, there's the deposit slips. I have been known to take these deposit slips out, go put them in the truck or bag them up, and then place them back when we're done. One other thing I want to talk about here is the all spots, guys. And you can surface clean this, and you can put the degreaser down, and it's going to come out a lot better. As you see here, we've already surface cleaned it, and it does look a lot better, but it's still not perfect. So you need to set that expectation to your customer that those all spots are not going to be 100% every time you do it, just because it's been in there for years. I mean, any spitted up gum, spillage, anything in here, obviously just a drive up window. There's going to be some transactions taking place there. People do things. A lot of times we've noticed as they leave the drive up window, they get on out here and then they spit out their gum or something. So if you see that, you might want to talk to your customer about that and see if they want to add that on. And usually they do, because who likes that nastiness around? So guys, anyway, just a few things that I wanted to talk to you about, especially this ballistic glass, because it will show water spots whenever it's wet and whenever it's finished. And also be mindful of all those mechanical things. Again, I'm Billy Davison here with Davison Pressure Washing and Painting with another expert tip to help you grow your pressure washing business. And I hope to see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and comment below.